it's nice to race here in this clean water. And the wind is good, very good. Of course, we have no choice in Manila. But this is better.
Oh, very nice. We love the Philippines, love to come here.
Subic Bay, staying here, eating at Filipino restaurant, very good.
I enjoyed in Philippines because this is a good place here, and
every day is a sunny, and then have a good wind is for the sailing.
And of course, sailing here is good.
At the Subic, well, normally it's good wind. They say the first day with less wind than we want, but then afterwards, always good.
You haven't got time to look at the scenery, but it's still good. Well worth the visit anyway. Well worth coming.
So amazing in the Subic.
Easily, by far and away, the best venue I've ever been.
With over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, one is bound to find both hidden gems and excitement in some of the most unassuming places. Subic Bay is surrounded by lush forests and calm waters. Travelers can detach from the hustle and bustle and plug into the exhilarating sunlight with the wonderful things that Subic has to offer. This former U.S. naval facility became the Subic Bay Freeport in 1992 and also serves as a gateway to Zambales and its pristine beaches. Since then, it has continuously transformed into an urban comfort and a thriving paradise, and of late, a reputable sailing destination. Its local community are composed of entrepreneurs, expatriates, and sports enthusiasts, such as the Saturday Afternoon Gentlemen Sailors, locally known as SAGs. It was formed by the gentlemen who all share the unbridled passion and commitment for sailing: June Abasia, Stan Krug, Jeremy Simpson, and distinctly the late Peter Sharp. Where Peter left, immediately former Congressman and Commodore Ricky Sandoval picked up the cudgels and since then has greatly contributed to the club's growth.
I haven't been sailing for quite some time, and when I got back to sailing, I saw June here at the Yacht Club, and I started joining the races. And then I thought that I should get together with this guy because he organized a group called SAGs, which actually spearheads the sailing here in Subic.
Mostly the members of these SAGs are local sailors, boat owners, that every Saturday we just get together and have fun on the water for a couple of hours. And it developed from there. So with good support from the local sailors, we are able to develop the local sailing community. Well, actually, it started just like this.
Exactly, yeah.
We were having a couple of beers and we just thought of organizing one big event.
Several years and a bundle of noteworthy races later, Subic Bay has now become the foremost sailing and yacht racing destination of the Philippines. As the fraternity grew, so did the races, such as the acclaimed annual Subic Bay to Boracay race, Boracay Cup Regatta, and Commodore's Cup Regatta, which are all part of the prestigious Asian Yachting Grand Prix circuit, organized yearly by Captain Marty Rycuris.
11 years ago, Koh Samui, we were sitting around with a bunch of media and we thought how to improve on the situation, how to get more boats going to more regattas, and we came up with this Asian Yachting Grand Prix. At the end of the season, which covers Phuket, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, Hong Kong, the points for the best 6 regattas. We award the Asian Yachting Grand Prix Skipper and Yacht Awards in Koh Samui, which is at the end of the season.
He has 12 countries that he designated as legs of determining who is going to be the winner. Because of the successes of this regatta, Captain Marty decided to include the Subic Bay to Boracay race, Boracay Cup Regatta, and the Commodore's Cup as part of the prestigious yachting circuit. So here it is now.
Asia's principal blue water classic, the Rolex China Sea Race, running for the 27th time since its inception in 1962, again finished in Subic Bay's beautiful natural harbor. The Rolex China Sea Race is a biannual 565 nautical mile race from Victoria Harbor, Hong Kong through the South China Sea to a finish in Subic Bay, Philippines. When sailors dock in Subic Bay, they are greeted with Philippine smiles and hospitality, cold beers, and a well-earned sleep. Inshore races have been held after most China Sea races, an example of which is the Commodore's Cup Regatta, wisely stringing out the Easter holidays in favor of some good racing amongst an international cast of sailing legends. Racing in Subic Bay usually is entertaining because of the shifting wind. With the clear waters of the bay ringed by beautiful mountains, Subic Bay is large enough to develop its own microclimate that almost always results in useful local breezes that can last all afternoon. But they are shifty.
If you've got this northeasterly flow coming in, you can get quite a good breeze throughout the whole day. Other times the flow isn't so permanent that you end up having this changeover throughout the middle of the day to the sea breeze, and that can upset things if there's a race in progress.
And we're in a sport where seconds count. Even sometimes that we could be a long way ahead of the other boats, half an hour. There's boats in our class that were half an hour behind us. We can't see them, but we're still racing them. And so the point of it is just to sail your boat as fast as you can.
The shifts cause headaches for the unwary, opportunities for the observant, and hard work for the crews. But the results can be exciting racing in 15-knot winds on flat water.
It was a very good choice of course yesterday. Setting, reaching, running, beating, everywhere, all the marks rounding, and Subic has the space to do it. You have every lake has enough distance to get going, and we have sunshine, so pretty good.
The secret to successful race management in Subic is choosing the timing of the first start to match the building breeze, an art well practiced by the perennial race officer Jerry Rowland and his team.
Many of my crew are from the Philippines, and we've been together for, some have been sailing with me in Hong Kong for nearly 20 years. So a good crew work is very important. From time to time, I invite people from overseas to join us, but 99% of the time, Jellic's crew are all from Asia. And most of all, they enjoy it. That is very important. Right? And they're quite good. They're very good. I see the Commodore's Cup is also encouraging a lot of youngsters. Like this time they have lots of small boat, mirror dinghies, Optimist, and the Flying 15s, and they start from there. Nothing beats time on the water. You have to train and train and train. And then you have to choose what is your career. Work in the business, work as an accountant, a doctor, or you want to be a sailor.
It's nice to develop kids very young, because for them it's just play, it's just game. They are trained to be part of the national team. Right now, the national team is campaigning to qualify for the Olympics. So that's the goal, the Olympics.
The crew training program started by SAGS along with the Philippine Sailing Association is beginning to yield some young and very talented local sailors in the Philippines.
Gusto ko maging sailor kasi po masaya, maraming banding, tas marami kang matututunan, yung mga bagay na hindi mo matutunan sa iba, matutunan mo dito.
First, international, nilalaban ka. And second, nagiging proud sa'yo yung magulang mo. And sa sarili mo na lang din, may pangalan kang dadalhin habang tumatanda.
Nag-practice talaga ako para dito yung communication namin ng partner ko, paano ko siya kasabayan, yung mga position namin, tapos exercise din po sa body condition.
Ang lamang ko po sa kanila ay lagi po ako nagpa-practice. Ang lamang ko sa kanila, ang ginagawa ko ay bumababa po ako tapos yung speed.
Sa iba po yung lakas ng boys, yung level po nila sa amin. Pero as a girl, i-represent mo po na mas mag-girl na kaya mo makipagsabayan. So yun po, advantage ko po, pag light wind, mas masyado pong magalaw yun or matigas po yung boat handling nila. Pero yung girls po, smooth lang po. So minsan, mas lamang.
Yung mga masasabi ng mga pamilya ko dito ay maganda daw yung sports, natututo ako, yung maganda daw para sa akin, tsaka proud sila kung ano yung ginagawa ko.
There's a great improvement as they stay with the PSA because they learn discipline. These kids are not the rich kids, but then as they go along, they learn how to be more responsible. They become more disciplined. It changes a lot with regards to their attitude. So these are the things that we really develop. After that, they become a better person.
Blessed with one of the best race management teams in Asia, safe marina facilities, and the wide expanse of Subic Bay, the Commodore's Cup Regatta makes for an exceptional racing experience. It is also renowned for good coast racing on spectacular Subic Bay and hard partying back on shore. What more would a decent racing crew want? But people must wonder, why do they sail? Is it for the love of the sport? Is it for the prestige? Or is it for accomplishment? Regardless of one's motives, sailing is a great metaphor to life. It's a sport that gives. It's a sport that takes. But most of all, it's a sport that builds character.
Ricky and I are passionate sailors. We love the sport. And the reason why we thought of conducting these regattas is to promote sailing here in Subic Bay. That's number one. Also, we love the competition.
The Saturday Afternoon Gentlemen's Sailing Club of Subic Bay has done a great job in reviving big boat racing pursuits in the Philippines. With all these developments, it's no surprise that competitive yacht racing in the country is growing in a fast pace and will continue to make waves in the sailing world from the youth to the young at heart.